Cleveland Browns facing the New York Jets. Now, on the Jets side of it, we have signed Rashad Penny. He was a free agent for a little bit of depth at running back. All right, let's get to it.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. The New York Jets taking on the Cleveland Browns.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss at in. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will make it into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Brandon, there's 2 weeks to go in the regular season, so you know the pressure is ramped up in so many ways. People have to win games, try and get their bonuses, the whole deal. But how about trying to close out an MVP award?
Just 2 weeks to go. There has to be a lot of pressure, though. We talked about that in previous weeks, sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, he can talk all he wants about, I don't listen to that, and there's no pressure. All we're doing is trying to win games. He knows, we all know, he's been the one who's been leading the pack. Let's see if he can close it out.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. The numbers for Coleman last week, 22 carries, 104 yards.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
We can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
On the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Quarterback taken down and sacked.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
Okay, just to make sure I'm clear, you have not voted for NFL MVP yet, correct?
I have not. I always wait till the end. I always wait till the end.
I do the exact same thing, but let's just be honest here. Does he still have a shot? Here we are, week 16.
Yeah.
He's in the race, but is he really there?
Yeah, I think he needs a little help. It's French. Don't you agree? I
agree. I think he needs a lot of help. People have to play poorly down the stretch around him in terms of the other people who are the candidates, and he needs to be absolutely beyond spectacular. I think it's going to be really, really tough. But you know something? Being his team MVP, that's not such a bad thing, is it?
No, and he has been great for this team, no doubt about it. 8 quarters to prove himself.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And it's 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now this will make it into the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 20.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best worst in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mayfield quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 17 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it.
Over the middle, it's complete. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
First down, Browns.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
The ball carrier.
The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Ashton Davis there on the coverage.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Yeah, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go, but you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass.
And down he'll go at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now Landry. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that continued, but to go a little bit deep to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
First down, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
Mayfield's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man, Ty Johnson. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Mayfield on play action. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
Complete to David Njoku.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Complete to Odell Beckham. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Mayfield with it once more. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
C.J. Mosley. Mayfield's pass.
He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
New York ready to go again offensively. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Rashad Penny. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
Brings up second.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
They got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
McLaughlin for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, Johnson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 24.
We focus our attention now on the Jets defense. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Mayfield down. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and
a run for Nick Chubb.
the 24-yard line.
Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
29-yard line.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Walker gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On play action, they'll throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. It's the rookie from Cal, Ashton Davis. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Number 33.
Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The stop made
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to connect with Mims. But all this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
The score, Jets 24, Browns 7.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
24, Browns 7.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Patrick Onwuasor on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
A gain of 7.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Give him 3 yards there on the 1st down pickup.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Mayfield on 1st down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. 7 yards the pick up there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find it and take some easier completions.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins.
Mayfield's pass complete to Rashard Higgins.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt.
Mayfield's pass.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. Mayfield got a man, and he hits him in stride. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. Rosas' kick is good.
His kick
And that will close the gap down to 14.
Score Jets 24. Browns 10.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
22-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game. That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Jamie Gillen down as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good to this point. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Jets. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. John Johnson on the coverage.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
1st and 10.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's got this one completed to Mims. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Kroft, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jet 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A gain of 7. First down, Browns.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
Mayfield's pass.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Rosa's kick is good.
The kick is good.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Browns 13.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
32-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Jet.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now it's 2nd and 9. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That catch good for only a couple. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
the throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Coleman.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Dolphins who have the lead in that one. Devontae Parker, a touchdown reception. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. The Niners seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Ryan Fitzpatrick throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Mayfield now. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
First down.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. And it's incomplete.
Mayfield's
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now.
Here's Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
A gain of 2 yards.
Now Mayfield.
It's 3rd.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Rosa's kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
Jets 31. Browns 16.
So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Rosas to add the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now
out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Uses the stiff arm. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a dump off here complete, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
It's a gain of a yard.
Throwing, Mayfield.
Down.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Complete.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. 20, 10, and he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Jets. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Throw left side to Higgins. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Jets 47.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Davis.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield looks to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Mayfield.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Rosa's kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12.
Mr. Jets 38, Browns 26.
Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game, because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
27-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. This is Coleman. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Back to throw here. And finding Keelan Cole. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Penny, a first down carry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Able to connect with Mims. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Rashad Penny. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop. Second down at 7. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
38, Browns 26.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns 17. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. The Jets on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Coleman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Coleman, the ball
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
Coleman now.
At the Browns.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Kroft, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Number 33.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Coleman.
The pass.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22.
Score Jets 48, Browns 26.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Landry again the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Richard Sherman.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Higgins.
Mayfield's pass.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play. First down. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First down.
Mayfield with it once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
It's now.
And again, it's Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And he comes back with one complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. But certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
And New York set to take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They begin the drive with Coleman. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He was brought down.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Ronnie Harrison on the tackle.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The throw taken in by Cole. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
On On first down, Coleman. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 32. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Coleman. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they hand off to Coleman, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Ball carrier.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
3 brings up
on the ground. It's a handoff to Coleman. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it. They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle, because it really stresses the safeties, and they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
32-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Makes the score Jets 51, Browns 26.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.